Hi everybody, the only reason I don't seem happy, I was actually all happy at the beginning of the other one. It stopped on me. The laptop just stopped. Peed me off. I hate it when it does that. Anyways, I hope it doesn't do it again. But I'm doing this video because I actually forgot to do it. About the movies that I've rented or watched online. Different websites that I do not remember them all. And I'll leave, if you guys are interested in any of the ones I mentioned, I'll leave a link to at least like Wikipedia or something, information on them down below. Please don't go out on me. I watched 31, 2016, that Rob Zombie movie. It's basically got everybody from, well, he keeps using the same people. Lords of Salem and, like, I think Halloween. But it's about all of them getting chosen, mostly Lords of Salem, the same people off of Lords of Salem, taken, like, put into this game. It's almost like a twisted version of the Hunger Games or something. Yeah, that was made in 2016. And then I watched Girl House. That was made in 2014. That is just about like a porn website. A girl gets there just to try to pay for college and help her mom, and this killer comes and gets them. Killer comes and gets some of the girls. The Diary of Ellen Rimbauer, made in 2003. If anybody's ever watched Rose Red, it's just about like the backstory behind everything. Actually, I liked it. Puppet Master 10, made in 2012. I don't remember this one too much. It's just like it's got different actors in it. But it's just a continuance of part 9. And The Ginger Dead Man, made in 2005. It's about this, at first, it's like at the beginning, I'm not going to spoil anything. This guy, he shoots up this little, like a coffee shop or something, and he doesn't want to shoot this one young girl. He doesn't want to kill her, so he ends up wounding her, but not killing her. He ends up regretting that later because she ends up fingering him to the cops, and he ends up getting killed later on. And his mom gets his ashes, but she ends up putting him in this like gingerbread cookie mix, and he ends up becoming a haunted cookie. He ends up going after different people. The Girl with All the Gifts, made in 2016. Now that is like it's almost a zombie movie. It's weird though. It's like a zombie movie and then something mixed together. It's just about a little, it's like a little black girl. She's one of the most more into control of them. And it's mostly about her, a little black girl. It's like she's a zombie-ish type girl. You gotta watch it. That was actually pretty good. I know some of these I can't really give too much information on. I can't remember everything about them. I'm trying to remember that movie. And she ends up like really liking this teacher. Actually, if I'm not mistaken, in the movie it mentions it about how each one of the kids, their mother was pregnant, and then like everybody got infected almost with the zombie type thing. Well, the babies ate their way out of their mothers, so all of them are orphans. And she ends up really liking his teacher. She doesn't want her to get hurt or changed, so she ends up keeping her in his place. Safety thing. Dolls, made in 1987. It's almost like, it's so hard. It's like, I actually like that one too. It's almost like Puppet Master, a little bit. Except it's about these two couple using these, they're both witches, using these dolls, and they actually bring them to life and everything. And it's about this one dude who's like really abusive to his daughter and to his wife. And they end up having to stop there. Stop, spend the night because their car got stuck. And it's about all the chaos after, while they're there. Gingerbread Man 2, made in 2008. I'm trying to remember which one. I think this one's the one about the Gingerbread Man, the Ginger Man. He's at a like a movie, what is that, production place, where they make the movies, and he ends up like chaos on set. Oh, I watched Gingerbread Man 3, made in 2011. That is like he gets sent back in time to the, what was that, 60s, 70s? I don't remember what time. I think it was 70s, because it was disco. And if I'm mistaken, the same one of the women that played in Gingerbread Man 3 was the same woman that played on Dolls. Dolls Part 2. Give me a minute. No, not Decadent Evil. Demonic Toys. Demonic Toys 2. As that little midget woman. I watched Jugface, made in 2013. That is basically this dude who has like some kind of psychic ability connected to the, I don't remember what they call it, the pit. It's like a pit thing. It's got a creature that comes up out of it and attacks people and stuff if they don't give them a sacrifice, like what is it, every year or so? Every year or every so many years, they got to give it a sacrifice. This guy has this connection to it, and he has to make a jug face. It's just like a jug in the shape of a face. And this young, 15, 16-year-old girl, her face is the next jug face. But he also made a baby. And he hid the baby one. She hid the young girl. She hid the girl jug face. And I feel so bad for that guy and girl, because it's kind of sick though, because she was in love with her own brother. And he was in love with her, the psychic dude. He was in love with her. He tells her at the end, right when they're about ready to kill her. But I'm not saying anything. I'm not saying, oh, they actually killed her or they didn't kill her. And she was pregnant. That's the reason he made the baby jug face. That was actually pretty good. I might end up getting that too if I can find it. Children of the Corn Genesis, made in 2011. This one's kind of twisted. It's about this woman and man who get basically, I don't remember, I think they stopped there at some hotel or something. The woman ends up having these weird visions almost about her husband cheating on her and sleeping with the other man's wife, and it never happened. And she hears this little boy in a shed. He's locked up in a shed crying and stuff. And the little boy's there because he's almost like Isaac. So he has weird abilities and stuff. And it's really that woman's son. And that is shocking, that movie, because later on they actually wreck. The couple actually managing to escape, and they end up wrecking later. And I'm not saying anything other than that, but it's whatever what every Children of the Corn movie is. A bunch of kids trying to take over and stuff. Except this one actually has an older man, what now will be, I don't want to go into much detail, since the woman died, his wife, the older man's wife, since she died, somebody else is going to have to be a mother. And then these other women, it's like the kids, they don't kill the adults, but they're like pushing them off to the side, like, oh, they're not important. Castle Freaks, made in 1995. That is about a dude who inherits a castle, and there was just him and his family went there to pretty much sell off everything. And what he doesn't know is his deformed brother lives there too. And if I'm mistaken, Castle Freaks actually has some kind of connection to Demonic Toys, I think, because it mentions that woman in the painting in it. And he ends up, while they're there, he ends up like his deformed brother goes on a killing spree, but he ends up cheating on his wife with a prostitute, basically, and the prostitute ends up getting like tortured and killed, and other people get killed too. And then I watched Ancient Evil, Scream of the Mummy, made in 1999. It's just about this young boy, who has like he's almost a witch or something like that, and he ends up trying to make the mummy come to life, and he actually ends up succeeding, and he ends up like trying to take revenge on everybody who's ever picked on him and everything. And that's about it on that one. And then I watched The Hospital, made in 2013. Oh boy, I don't remember that movie at all. I must not have liked it if I don't remember it. I know it's about a hospital, but that's about it. It's a horror movie. I think every one of these is a horror movie. Yeah, every one of these is a horror movie. I can't remember The Hospital at all, so you'll have to look it up on the link below, because I'm trying to remember. I just remember it's about a hospital. I'm thinking like it's haunted by a ghost or something. I don't remember at all. Something's trying to come back to me, but it's like, because I've watched a lot of hospital movies at one point, and it's like, I don't remember it at all. I don't want to confuse it with something. So sorry. Then I watched Cherry Falls. That I remember. It's got Brittany Murphy in it. Made in 2009. No, 2000. 2000, I'm sorry. It looked like it said 9. It wasn't. 2000. It's got Brittany Murphy. It's basically about this killer coming after virgins. And her boyfriend get attacked. Well, her boyfriend and her break up towards the beginning, and like everybody, because they're like, virgin killer, let's all go have sex. They go to this like orgy party, and not Brittany Murphy at first. She goes there to try to warn everybody. And I can't remember who was the killer. Wait, no, I think I remember who the killer was. But I'm not going to tell you. Then I watched, oh yeah, you can see a bit of a, I love this movie. I'm going to try to get every one of them. The Toxic Avenger, made in 1984. It's about this man, wimpy dude, gets picked on, beat on. I feel bad for him, actually. He ends up running, like, they pick on him, they play this mean joke. He ends up running, jumping out of a window, and then falling into a barrel of toxic waste. And He ends up transforming into this big old strong monster. He ends up getting this girlfriend. She's blind. Like, he ends up going after evil. Like, the toxic toxins in his body direct him toward all the evil stuff. And he ends up fighting it and defeating it and everything. The Toxic Avenger 2. Is that when he goes to Japan? I can't remember. Toxic Avenger 2 is just basically leaving off. Each time they get a new girl to play his girlfriend. And I don't get it. Sometimes they'll call her Sarah, and then they'll call her something that starts with a C. Like, 2 different names. So, what her name is. I'm trying to remember what part 2, because I can't remember, because they all blend together, each one of them. But that was made in 1999. 1999. Why do I keep trying to say that? 1989. Then I watched The Creeps. And you know, for the life of me, I can't even remember that movie. The Creep. Give me 1 minute, okay? Okay, hi everybody. The only reason my other video, the camera quit again. I hate it when it does that. I don't know why it's doing that right now. It started making me very, very, very mad. Where was I? The Creeps. Made in 1997. Figured out what it was when it clicked off on me. It's basically just like this dude who's like a mad scientist. He ends up like creating these. He takes the most famous old books like Dracula and The Mummy, Wolfman, kind of like the old horror movie characters, and he ends up creating them, but it's like miniature versions. It's funny. The Pit and the Pendulum, made in 1991. I was almost done too, so this is going to be kind of short. It's basically just about a monk who, I'm trying to remember. A monk who's like witch hunter crazy. He's hunting for witches, and everybody's a witch. And he ends up falling in love with this woman. And he's saying, oh, you tell me you're a witch, I can save you and help you. And she finally admits, oh, I'm a witch, when she never was. And like, he says, you're going to stay here with me forever. And she says yes, as long as you let her husband go. And she was going to stay with him forever and everything. But he ends up, I'm trying to remember. Now, the old woman she actually becomes friends with was a witch. Was a real witch. She ends up teaching her everything. And she actually teaches. She has the gift. That young woman who he claimed was a witch. She has the gift of actually being a witch, but she never was at first. And she ends up, well, she's not really dead. She's like in a sleep, because the monk dude cut out her tongue. She can only speak through her mind now. And I'm not going to say everything about that. And Psycho Beach Party, made in 2000. That was stupid. But it was like funny and stupid at the same time. It's about this girl who's wanting to be one of the guys. You know, she's a tomboy. The boy she's in love with, she wanted to be a surfer. The boy she's in love with is, actually a lot of people get killed off in it, but I can't remember who. And she's like at first she thinks it's her because she's got like a split personality. Three people in her. One's like a black girl, one's like a sex crazed person, one's just her. Tomboy her. Every time she sees circles or something, like that little spiral thing, And, and it really turns out she's not the killer, it's somebody else. The Toxic Avenger 3, I don't know, I think that's the one with the devil in it. Yeah, he has to literally fight against the devil. And, I actually did not write when that was made. I'm afraid to actually minimize this again. Maybe I should. Let me see. Okay, I'm gonna actually see if I can actually link these three together because this is freaking making me PO'd bad. I don't even want to minimize it again. I'm afraid to. The Toxic Avenger 3, I don't remember when it was made. I think it's him just fighting the devil. The dude who's I think is on part 1, 2, and 3 is the devil in disguise, basically. The Ice Cream Man, that's just about this dude who's going around killing people and using basically a little bit of their bodies and stuff in ice cream. I'm not sure. Made 1995. Gingerdead Man versus the Evil Bong. Just about Gingerdead Man and this woman Bong, like not creature, but alien or something. And every time you take a toke from her, she'll take you inside herself, and you're a prisoner. It was made in 2013. Okay, that's it. That's all I'm going to say. I'm going to try to link all three of these together. Okay, bye.